Burgers on the tackle for the Tigers. Pick up a free, brings up a 3rd and 7. Ball is at the Cougars' 19-yard line. recognize 50. Tonight we will recognize 17 teams on the Hortonville High School football team. Number 2, Jordan Tesla. Number 7, Charlie Saville. Number 10, Brock Young. Number 11, Jacob Mueller. Number 15, Elliot Luker. Number 24, Mitch Macaldo. Number 28, Nathan Splitfist.
Tomorrow afternoon, rather. We are at halftime here at Hortonville, Marshfield and Hortonville. South Division action this evening at Hortonville High School. Our halftime score is Hortonville 28 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back and visit with former Marshfield Tigers softball standout Andy Varsho on her new position as the head softball coach at UW-Platteville following these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by your team at Security Health Plan, the same team who provides outstanding healthcare coverage to families and businesses of all sizes throughout Wisconsin. Health insurance was created because we worry. Security was created so you don't have to. Security Health Plan. Great plans for every stage of this game called life. To learn more, visit securityhealth.org.
Creative Paint and Decorating of Marshfield supports area athletes and wishes all teams good luck this season. See Creative Paint and Decorating for ideas on your next project. They specialize in window treatments, blinds, custom draperies, carpeting, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, vinyl, and laminates. And they have interior designers that can bring your room to life. Creative Paint is your locally owned complete paint store too, offering 30% off Benjamin Moore paints. Add some beautiful new colors to your home with help from Creative Paint and Decorating, 111 East 4th Street, Marshfield.
You know a good teammate when you see one. Hardworking, reliable, and most of all, someone who knows that success is best achieved when people work together. At Ministry St. Joseph's Hospital, we work with all of our patients as a team to make the best decisions for their health. That's why we're proud to sponsor Marshfield High School Tigers Sports, because the world needs more great teams. Get to know us better at ministryhealth.org. Ministry Healthcare. Knowing you better means treating you better.
It is halftime here in Hortonville as the Marshfield Tigers face the Hortonville Polar Bears in VFA South Division football this evening. Earlier this fall, former Marshfield Tiger softball standout Andy Varsho was named the new head softball coach at UW-Platteville, and the folks at Platteville like a lot of things that Andy brings to this position.
Well, one thing that I'm always going to bring to the table is excitement. I'm very excited to be here, and I know the academic staff and the athletic department is excited to have me. And being a young coach and just right out of the game, I think that's something that is a great attribute to have because, you know, you have fresh eyes. You have fresh eyes, a fresh mindset, and you still can be an instructor and demonstrate the skills, where if you have been in the game a while, you kind of lose that eventually, which I'm definitely going to, but at least I can still demonstrate and still really relate to the girls. I mean, after many years out of the game, it's really hard to understand that, you know, everything is super hard. So understanding that, you know, everything, it takes one day at a time, one step at a time, and really breaking it down to what to do then, when to do this in a certain situation. And I'm 2 years out of the game, and that's something that a lot of the coaches didn't bring to the table, but I can. So I know that's one of the attributes that is going to be really special for UW-Platteville, as well as I'm a very competitive person. And I think last year, judging by their record, I don't think they competed in as many games as their record showed. And I really want to instill the competitiveness in this program and have them understand, you know, whether you're down by 7 runs or you're down by 1 run, you should be competing just the same amount. And that's something that I really want these girls to understand here.
Now, Andy, you go into a Platteville program, which, as you mentioned, had a down year last season, but for the most part, they've been pretty competitive over the years in softball. Tell us about some things you've undertaken to do in these first couple of months to improve that program, and some things you'd like to do for this program next season.
Well, one of the biggest things that I'm a very big believer in is not only working on the field, but also working in the classroom and working in the weight room. I've met with some of the strength staff here, and we're really going to implement not mandatory, but an optional weightlifting class, and I'm going to really encourage these girls to go in there, because you can only, if you're not training in the weight room, then you're not going to get any better on the field. That's something that I'm bringing towards my experience from Purdue. Is, I was a great athlete coming into things, but I created my own success by working hard in the weight room and getting my teachers to push me. That's something that that is definitely implemented right now. We're having a conditioning test, so I want the girls to come in and be in better shape than they were leaving. Now, it's not going to be as strict as I want it to be, because this is my first year, but it's definitely going to be something that I'm gonna increase over the years. And it's just a mile test, but I want to keep these girls reliable, and I need to have them respect coming in a good shape and wanting to be the best, not just slacking off in the summer. And another thing that I'm really going to implement is I'm recruiting a lot. So I'm going to recruit a lot in the fall, and I'm going to recruit to my contacts in Wisconsin, my contacts in Illinois and Iowa. And I'm really going to find those 3-sport athletes that, love the sport and are athletic enough to be coordinated no matter where I put them on the field.
When you recruit, Andy, are you looking, as you just mentioned, are you looking for some really good athletes, as opposed to, say, the coach who goes out and says, I need a first baseman, or I need a right fielder, looking for somebody specific? Are you more inclined to look at just athletic girls who can play numerous roles? You can fit them into certain spots for your program?
Definitely. The more athletic you are, and the more if you have an ability to play multiple positions, that's something that I can utilize so much. I mean, if we have a 3-time starter in front of you at shortstop, but that's the only position you play, you're more likely to get a spot if you can play second base, shortstop, and outfield, compared to just one position. I'm looking for someone who's athletic enough and can play multiple positions, can run, can hit for power, but also can lay down a bunt, do the fundamental things. And, I'm a big favorite when it comes to playing multiple sports in high school. When you play multiple sports and you're decent at, not only softball, but also basketball or volleyball or tennis, I'm more inclined to recruit you, just because you have those abilities to be coordinated in different things, because you didn't only play softball, you played multiple sports.
Well, what's the reaction been like so far when you go out and talk to young ladies about Platteville softball?
Reaction is good. They're excited. I think they're more excited that, I'm trying to change the culture here and change the competitive drive. And I think the reaction is good. And I know that a lot of my contacts around the state are excited and, really looking forward to what I can do for this program. And I am too. I cannot wait for school to start, because I know that change is going to happen fast, but this change is good. And I'm excited. I mean, it might not be this year, but it might be 3 years down the road that we see some improvements, just because change is a slow process, and we've got to have everyone on board in order to make that change. So,
are there any things in particular, Andy, that you would find as, they say, the hallmarks of your program, some things you really want to emphasize as head coach?
Well, I told my girls that I've already met that I'm a big believer in hard work and hustle. So if you can do those on the field, in the classroom, as well as in the weight room, you're definitely gonna change this program to the better. And also confidence. You have to come in confident. I know it's not much to go off of from last year, but this is a different era, and this is a different season. So we gotta come in with confidence, and that confidence is only going to drive us to work harder and to hustle on and off the field.
Tell us about competing in the WIAC and what that's going to be like for you as a first-year head coach.
Well, I'm definitely going to make my mistakes, for sure. I mean, every head coach, if you're not making mistakes, you're doing something wrong. But I'm excited. I'm excited to visit and to play a lot of the universities that I've grown up around. And I know some of the coaches that are coaching at these universities, and it'll be nice to see a friendly face and kind of learn from them, but also take my experience from Division I and my professional season and really instill the competitiveness in my girls, and hopefully we can surprise a couple people along the way. I mean, I know people are going to look at us being the underdog team, and they're not going to expect a lot of us, but I'm expecting a lot out of us, and I hope we can make a change for the better, and we can definitely put our name back on the map.
Former Marshfield Tigers softball standout Andy Varsho now serving as the head softball coach at UW-Platteville. Marshfield Tiger football this evening here on WDLB, a service of Ministry Healthcare, Total Electric Service of Marshfield, and United FCS Financial Services. We're at halftime of our VFA South Division matchup between the Marshfield Tigers and the Hortonville Polar Bears. We'll return to Hortonville and more of our halftime program following these messages.
If you're one of the lucky ones, you've never had an auto accident. But if and when you do, you get flustered and exasperated dealing with the insurance company and getting estimates, not to mention trying to figure out how you're going to get around without your car. Well, they can't make that process fun, but they can make it a whole lot easier at Art's Body Shop. Free estimates, free courtesy car, all worry-free. Pick up or drop off your rental Penske truck, too, at Art's Body Shop in Marshfield on South Rhodes, just north of Wildwood Park.
Spine and Sport Physical Therapy Specialist has over 20 years of experience as one of the area's preeminent providers of outpatient physical therapy. They have locations across the Northwoods and central Wisconsin, including Rhinelander, Tomahawk, Eagle River, Crandon, Wausau, and Marshfield. Their expert practitioners equip patients with successful outcomes without surgery, medication, or diagnostic imaging. Spine and Sport Physical Therapy Specialist, empowering people to optimize function.
Quality Roofing, Marshfield, Wisconsin, is proud to include Wausau Athletic Park, Camp Randall, and Lambeau Field in their project lineup. Quality Roofing is equally proud to always support area students. Quality Roofing serves Wisconsin's commercial roofing and sheet metal needs. Contact Quality Roofing on the web at qroof.com or visit them in Marshfield's East Industrial Park.
Marshfield Tigers trail Hortonville here at the halftime break, 28-0. It is halftime here at halftime and homecoming here at Hortonville, and the Hortonville High School band on the field entertaining our crowd here at the halftime break. And now for your further entertainment, let's bring in Delia Kaitis to update you on the halftime stats of this ball game, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most, Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. And Dale, I'm sure the stats are not very pretty in terms of the Marshfield Tigers, but how do they look so far?
Yeah, you're right, Gene. One thing is Hortonville only ran the ball for 21 yards in the first half. That was in 12 attempts. Of course, they threw it 17 times and completed 13 for 229 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half. So 250 yards of total offense. Elliot Luker has 29 yards rushing in 9 attempts, but he also has a touchdown catch as well, and a 27-yard throw from Charlie Schabo. 79 yards receiving for Brock Young, 3 touchdowns. Josh Giese, 2 catches for 20. Cole Ellenbecker, 4 catches for 79. Bonikowski with a catch for 15, and Luker with his catch for 27. Tigers have 121 yards of offense in the first half, 54 on the ground, 55 yards by Braden Bowman. Now, it doesn't seem to make any sense, except Ryan Krieger was sacked once for a -2 yards in the first half. 67 yards passing on 5 of 13 by Ryan Krieger with 1 interception in the first half. Andy Gadel with a couple of catches for 11 yards. McGrath Nathan McGrath with one nice catch for 37, Brant Bowman with a catch for 15, and Mikulski with a catch for 4. So, as you mentioned, Gene, stats are pretty lopsided, and the play on the field. And got to be honest, it's been very lopsided. Marshfield unable to defend the pass, which to me is just so hard to believe because Marshfield has done so well defending the pass over the years because they have thrown the ball effectively over the years. Therefore, you practice against it all week long. So right now, Hortonville has had receivers getting 2-3 yard head starts on some of our defensive backs.
And it hasn't been a real good situation for Marshfield tonight. Tigers trail 28-0 here at the halftime break. We do have some other scores to pass along. These are halftime scores in the Marywood Conference. At halftime, Pittsville leads Auburndale 8-6. That's the game we're broadcasting on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ. And also at halftime at Gerke Field in Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids 28, Stevens Point 7.
Whoa.
Here at Hortonville, our halftime score, Hortonville 28 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back and start the second half of football following these messages.
If you drive a heavy truck, you know parts. Parts are the DNA of your truck. Each truck is different, and each trucker, too. At V&H, our parts division is one of the biggest in the industry. And our staff, with 240 years of combined service, will help you find whatever you need. And we'll almost always ship it to you the same day you order. Because at V&H, we'll find you the right part that's the right fit at the right price. V&H, the driving force in heavy trucks and equipment.
Find us at 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, or vhtrucks.com.
Save big on gas and more at Baltus Bread and Butter Shops in central Wisconsin. Join the Rapid Rewards program today. Earn big points by visiting one of the Baltus Oil locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Wisconsin Rapids. Pick up a free Rapid Rewards member card. Register your card at baltusrewards.com/register. Just for signing up, you are automatically registered to win great prizes awarded throughout each month.
You always get home at Baltus.
An excellent team is built from the ground up. It starts with a solid foundation, support among its members, and the development of a winning tradition. If you're planning to build or remodel, think of the tradition offered at Trudeau Construction of Marshfield. They handle everything from new homes to additions, remodeling projects, kitchens and baths, cabinets, wood floors, decks, and gazebos. Have a project in mind? Plan it from the ground up by dialing 387-2239 for Trudeau Construction, Marshfield.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Ben Brecht producing our broadcast this evening. With Delia Kitis, I'm Gene Delisio, and the Marshfield Tigers are kicking off to begin second half action. Mason Coffrin will kick off. Brock Young back in deep safety inside the Hortonville 10-yard line.
It is homecoming in Hortonville here tonight, and nice crowd on hand from the Hortonville fans and a pretty decent traveling crowd on the other side for the Marshfield Tigers, but so far not much of a game for the Tiger fans to watch.
There was a big fan bus coming over here from Marshfield tonight. That was well attended. The kick by Coffrin, end over end to Young on the 10-yard line, near sideline of the 20, 25, across the 30, then tripped up crossing the 30-yard line by Austin Good. And Hortonville puts the ball in play to start the second half at about their own 32-yard line. Polar Bears quarterback by senior Charlie Shabo, who threw 4 touchdown passes in the first half, giving him 14 touchdown passes and only 2 pass interceptions this season.
Tigers are going to have to find a way to make him more uncomfortable in the pocket this half.
Elliott Luker, the tailback behind Shabo. On 1st and 10, there's a pitch play to Luker, getting outside along the far sideline, and upended
nice
at the line of scrimmage. That was McGuire again. Paul McGuire comes over from a safety spot, and Luker goes down back at the 30. He'll lose 2 yards on that play.
Boy, very nice open field tackle with McGuire just shooting across behind the blocking. 2nd
and 12, rather auspicious because remember McGuire opened Tigers defensively in the first half with that great pass knockdown. Then things kind of went haywire for the Tigers. Now he opens the second half with a great play. Let's hope we don't have the same result. 2nd and 12 for Hortonville at their own 30-yard line. Shambo to pass the football. Steps up, Throws deep along the far sideline for Young. Makes the catch. Gets away from a defender. Heads down the far sideline to the goal line for a touchdown. There is a flag down on the play. There was some contact between Young and a Tiger defender. And we'll see where that one's going to go. That could be defensive pass interference. If that play stands, it's a 70-yard touchdown pass between Shambo and Young's fourth touchdown catch of this ballgame. It appears the call will be against Marshfield as Hortonville is lining up for the PAT kick.
Well, you called it, Gene.
Yeah, I sure did.
Unfortunately for the
Sorry
Tigers.
about that. Two-play, 68-yard scoring drive. And Hortonville on the scoreboard again, just 55 seconds into the third period. Shambo has 5 touchdown passes tonight, 4 of those to Young. And Hortonville takes the opening kickoff, and they score immediately. Pass interference against Marshfield is the call. Brock Young now with 6 catches tonight. He has 32 for the season. He caught 8 in one ball game against Oshkosh North. And he's over 100 receiving yards for the third time this year. Now has 149. He caught 8 for 158 against Oshkosh North. Only had 1 touchdown that night, has 4 tonight. Bueller again to attempt to kick the PAT. If this is successful, that makes it a 35-point lead. High snap, ball is down, kick is away. It's a low kick, but it is good. Bueller kicks it through, and that expands the Hortonville lead. Early in the third quarter, our score, Hortonville 35 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. Back to Hortonville and more football in just a moment.
Whether you're planning a major remodeling project or building from the ground up, rely on us at David Building Supply in Marshfield. We offer free estimates, excellent package pricing for any project, and we deliver. And ask us at David Building Supply to set you up with a reliable area contractor. No matter what your building or remodeling plans are, make us part of the equation. For professional planning and quality products at low prices, contact us, David Building Supply, 1802 East 4th Street, Marshfield. Open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
We're in Hortonville tonight for high school football. And because of that pass interference call, Hortonville is kicking off at the Marshfield 45-yard line. Not sure the Tiger coaching staff is very pleased with that interpretation of the rule, but they've called the pass interference call against Marshfield and assessed 15 yards against the Tigers on the kickoff. And so Bueller kicking off from the Marshfield 45. They stop short, faking the onside kick. And so Braden and Brant Bowman back in deep safety near the Tiger goal line. Bueller ready. And he kicks a high kick down the center and into the end zone for the touchback. Marshfield football on their own 20-yard line, early third quarter. Tigers trail this contest 35-0. Don't forget to stop by MarshfieldAreaSports.com and nominate and vote for your favorite high school athletes as our High School Athlete of the Month. Sponsored by Burt Trophy and Awards, Cost Cutters Family Hair Care, and Marshfield Clinic. That's our High School Athlete of the Month. WDLB, WOSQ, and MarshfieldAreaSports.com. First and 10 Tigers from their own 20-yard line. Michael Damero at fullback. Braden Bowman at tailback. Ryan Krieger playing quarterback. Jared Johnsrud still sidelined due to injury. Andy Gadel comes through in motion. Ryan drops back to pass the football. Has time. He's it deep down the near sideline for Gadel, and it's intercepted by Volofsky. Threw it too far, and Volofsky, playing deep safety, made the interception. Gadel then tackles him just inside the 50-yard line. Tigers' second turnover tonight. And for Krieger, that is his fourth pass interception of the year. So the ball goes right back to Hortonville. And the Polar Bears take over on their own 48-yard line. leading 35-0, 90 seconds into the third quarter.
Boy, and Krieger took a really big hit as he let that ball go, and a couple of his teammates kind of helped him off the field. Hopefully he can return to action here later in the game.
Chabot sets up the Hortonville offense. Young goes through in motion. Chabot back to pass again. Looking near side, tossed near sideline, caught, I think, by Guyette, who steps out of bounds. No, that is Ellenbecker. Ellenbecker out of bounds at the Marshfield 46, picks up 8 yards on that pass play. We are playing with a run clock, so the clock is in motion. 2nd and 4 for Hortonville at the Tiger 46-yard line. Guyette near side, Geezy on the far side. Double wing, Young comes through in motion. Handoff goes to Luker, straight ahead. Runs into Preston, gets away from him, and carries inside the 45 to about the 43. May still be a yard short of the first down marker. Knocked down on the 43-yard line. And it's 3rd and about a yard and a half for Hortonville, just inside the Tiger 44-yard line. Long night for Tiger fans tonight. Luker at tailback. Double wing formation, wide house on either side. And Chabot on a bad snap gets hammered inside the 50-yard line. I think that snap came before he wanted it.
I think so too.
He was standing there and all of a sudden the ball's in his hand.
Yeah.
And he took off and he got drilled by a couple of Tigers back at the Hortonville 47-yard line.
Yeah, our defensive lineman got off the ball with the snap, and all of a sudden, here's Chabot going, uh-oh, and being chased down.
Second Tiger sack of the night. 4th and long, 4th and about 11 for Hortonville at their own 47. Zach Hauser punting once again for Hortonville. One of the few times that he's had to punt tonight, I think his second punt of the night. That's a good snap. Runs to the far side, now punts it out of that rugby-style kick. Bouncing it down the far sideline. There's a flag down upfield as the ball is down about the 8-yard line.
Hit a Hortonville player further upfield, so that ball will be brought up about 15 yards or so and placed there about the 24, 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dale. Hit
a Hortonville player right in the back.
And the Tigers begin their next series at their own 25-yard line. Clock running, 7:50 remaining. Third quarter, Tigers trail 35-0 here at Hortonville. Krieger took a big hit on that last possession, but he's back out there at quarterback. Brant Bowman now playing tailback. Michael Dammer, the fullback. 1st and 10 from the 25. Krieger hands to Bowman, looking for a seam, has a hole, but it closes quickly off the left side. He gains about 3 to the 28-yard line.
You know, we talked early in the ball game, Gene, about this not being a very big team in terms of a lot of linemen in that 200-pound category, but this team from Hortonville certainly has a lot of quickness in their offensive skill positions and also in the defensive front.
2nd and 7 for Marshfield at their own 28. Straight I formation. Brant Bowman, the tailback. He gets the carry and has a seam across the 35 and out across the 40-yard line, dragging tacklers with him to the 45. Quite a run for Brant Bowman and a Tiger first down.
Nice hard run right straight ahead, right up the middle.
17 yards for Brant on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 45. 6:40 remaining, third quarter. Tigers trail 35-0. Now Marshfield without a huddle. And Brant gets the call again. Another nice carry across the 50 to the 48-yard line of Hortonville. Brant picks up 7 on that play.
Marshfield doing a little better job of just going right straight at this Hortonville group as opposed to trying to run off tackle.
2nd and 3 for the Tigers at the Hortonville 48-yard line. Brant Bowman stays in there. Braden getting a rest on this series. 2nd and 3. Krieger turns, gives to Brant again. Looking for a hole, not much there. He'll be pulled down behind the line of scrimmage by linebacker Cole Hyde. Knocked down at the 48, he'll lose a yard on that play.
Running the counter play that time where Brant fakes a step to the left and comes back to the right behind 2 pulling linemen, and the play just took too much time.
Tiger football tonight, a service of Arts Body Shop in Marshfield, Quality Roofing of Marshfield, and Spine and Sport. 3rd and 4 Tigers at their own 49-yard line. High backfield behind Ryan Krieger. Gadel is going to come through in motion. Krieger turns, pitches back to Brant Bowman, gets outside of Damro's block, turns the corner, has the first down, and pushed out of bounds into the Tiger bench around the 42. Gains 6 on that play and gives Marshfield the first down.
Nice blocking by Damro on the play. Got out there as a lead blocker from his fullback spot.
First and 10 Tigers at the Hortonville 42. We have 5:05 remaining in the third quarter. Marshfield down in this ball game 35-0. Ryan Krieger has gone all the way at quarterback tonight. There's a fake handoff. Ryan back to pass to the near side, lobs it to the near sideline and broken up, incomplete. Going for Zachary Schmidt on the yard line about the 33. He was there. However, a late hit by Cole Stratton knocked the ball loose as Zach got the football. Incomplete pass. Second and 10 Tigers at the Hortonville 42-yard line. With that run clock situation, the clock continues to move. Andy Gadel far side, Derek Mikulski near side. Damro and Brant Bowman stay in that eye behind Ryan Krieger. Ryan will give the ball to Brant again, cuts back inside the 40 to about the 36, pulled down there. And Brant gains 6 on that play.
Yeah, again, pretty good yardage, right straight ahead.
Brant.
Now, we probably haven't really checked to see whether Hortonville has put in some other defensive linemen or not, but right now Marshfield Tigers coming out right straight ahead, moving the ball.
And here's a 3rd and 4 for the Tigers at the Hortonville 36. Damro and Brant Bowman stay in the eye. McGrath and Gadel the wide receivers. Brant gets the call again, tries to find a hole, nothing there. He'll find his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That play turned inside by that outside linebacker Cole Hyde, and Brant had no place to go. Knocked down and run on the 36, no gain on the play. So 4th and 4 for the Tigers at the Hortonville 36-yard line. And Marshfield in a conversion situation. Braden Bowman comes back in. Brant Bowman will leave after getting, 7 carries on this possession. 7 of the 8 plays, Brant carried the ball. Now Braden playing tailback on 4th and 4 from the 36. Krieger gives to Braden, tries to get outside, and he won't get there. A nice play again by Hyde, who fought off a block and bounced outside with Braden, knocked him down back at the 40-yard line for a 4-yard loss, and that turns the ball back over to Hortonville.
Yeah, Braden didn't see anything opening up off tackle to his left and then tried to bounce it outside. But again, this defense with this, sometimes I see a 4-5 type of a defensive look by Hortonville. They're pretty quick, and trying to get outside of them has been very tough all game long.
Hortonville football on their own 40, 2.5 remaining in the third quarter. Hortonville leads 35-0. On first down, Luker, the tailback, straight ahead for about 1. Noah Preston and John Whitman combine on that tackle after a gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, another nice play by Whitman in the middle, still playing hard.
Tigers have played pretty well against the run tonight, but man, the pass defense has been tough as Shawbo has kind of riddled the Marshfield secondary tonight. Still the starters in there for Hortonville, 2nd and 9 for the Polar Bears on their own 41-yard line. By the way, Hortonville's backup quarterback is in street clothes tonight. He's not available, so Shawbo may go a bit longer anyway. Here's the handoff to Luker again, off tackle. He slices out to about the 45. Tripped up there by Voros and I think one other Tiger player, maybe Cutter Peterson. At the 45, maybe the 46, picks up 5 on that play. 3rd and 4 for Hortonville at their own 46-yard line. Charlie Shawbo with a career night for Hortonville tonight. Lines up the Polar Bears once again. Luker, the tailback, behind him. Wolofsky now comes through in motion. And Shawbo rolls near side and stops, throws off his back foot, and Guyette makes the catch at the 40, then pulled down by Skylar Tyson, but he has the first down for Hortonville. Guyette at 6'4", went up over the 5'11" Skylar Tyson, made the catch, and is dropped on the Tiger 38-yard line. Gain of 16, and a first down for Hortonville inside Tiger territory. 45 seconds left, third quarter. Hortonville leads 35-0. Shawbo gives to Luker again, a big hole off tackle inside the 35,
nice
then goes up head over heels on a nice tackle by John Whitman at the 35-yard line. Picks up 3 on that run. Clock is winding down, 25 seconds remaining in the period, so that could be the final play of the quarter.
I saw the same thing that you saw there, Gene. If Whitman doesn't make that tackle, Luker's still running, and they're getting set to kick another extra point.
Clock down to 12 seconds, but Hortonville lines up on second and about 7 from the 35. Now Luker and Shabo just stand there, and they may let the clock run down. They will. That play ends the third quarter here at Hortonville High School. Our score, Hortonville 35 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back with fourth quarter action in just a moment.
You know a good teammate when you see one. Hardworking, reliable, and most of all, someone who knows that success is best achieved when people work together. At Ministry St. Joseph's Hospital, we work with all of our patients as a team to make the best decisions for their health. That's why we're proud to sponsor Marshfield High School Tigers sports, because the world needs more great teams. Get to know us better at ministryhealth.org. Ministry Healthcare. Knowing you better means treating you better.
Rail transport has grown every year since 1962. A leader in environmental initiatives, human resource practices, one of the safest providers of truckload services in the United States. At Rail, people are the power of red. We focus on delivering customer satisfaction, providing flawless transportation service, and maintaining excellent safety standards. If you'd like to be the power of red, call Rail Transport 715-591-3795, an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
And let's get back to football here at Hortonville. Fourth quarter beginning. Tigers trail 35-0. Hortonville ball on the Tiger 35-yard line at 2nd and 7. As we resume play, Charlie Shabo is now out, it appears, and freshman Kyle Allen now at quarterback. He'll hand off to a new tailback. It's Bryce Smith, a sophomore, carrying inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. And he'll be close to a first down with that run. So now some newcomers in the ball game for Hortonville. 1st and 10 Polar Bears at the Tiger 28-yard line, early fourth quarter. Marshfield trails 35-0. Freshman Kyle Allen now playing quarterback. The usual backup is a sophomore, Noah Meyer. But Meyer is in street clothes and not in uniform this evening. 1st and 10 Hortonville from the Tiger 28-yard line. Allen gives to Schmidt again, getting outside, and not much there. Pulled down from behind by Quinton Alexander after a short gain. Schmidt had 3 attempts in a ball game against Appleton East earlier this year, so not his first varsity competition of the year. 2nd and 10 Hortonville at the Tiger 28-yard line. Garrett Glaudenmass going out wide to the far side. Allen in the pistol. Schmidt behind him. And Schmidt gets a pitch to the near side and won't get very far again. John Whitman forces some blockers in the backfield, and he and Alexander make the tackle after virtually no gain once again.
I have to give Whitman a lot of credit in this ball game. It might be run clock, it might be 35 points down, but he's been going sideline to sideline, really hustling.
Now a third down play for Hortonville, 3rd and 10 Polar Bears at the Tiger 28-yard line. Kyle Allen still in there at quarterback. Derek Schmidt, the tailback. And the handoff to Schmidt once again, and has some positive yardage to the 24. Then the play pushed back by several Tiger defenders. Rice and Lebrecht in on that play at the 24-yard line, gain of 4 by Schmidt. 4th and 6 for Hortonville at the Tiger 24-yard line.
Trying to look across the front, I think Tigers still have mostly their starters out there on defense at this point.
I think Austin Schreiner playing a defensive end.
Okay.
He does get some playing time throughout the course of the ball game anyway. 4th and 6. Allen gives to another new man in the backfield to the far side, and boy, he gets run down by McGuire back at the 25-yard line. Nothing going on that play. That was a new man carrying the football, Jose Concepcion, a freshman again, run down back at the about the 26-yard line. Loss of 2. And that play ends the Hortonville drive. And the Tigers take over on their own 26 with 8:50 remaining in regulation time. And the Tigers trailing 35-0.
I don't remember too many games in the last 10 years or so, Gene, that you and I have done on the radio where the Tigers have faced the run clock when they're
Not
the
many.
team from behind.
There have been one or two, but I can't recall too many offhand. Ryan Krieger still playing quarterback for the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the 25. Ryan to pass the football. Has time across the middle and behind a receiver, incomplete. Looking for McGrath at the 40-yard line. Threw the ball behind him, incomplete. And since it's run clock, that clock's still moving down to 8:15. Marshfield Tiger football tonight on WDLB, a service of Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine.
You know, well, yeah. Krieger threw that ball to an open area, and the receiver ran behind a defender. You've got to make yourself available as a receiver also.
2nd and 10 from the 26. And here is Brant Bowman off the right side for about 2. Cut down off the 28-yard line. Brant getting some carries tonight. 3rd down now. 3rd and 8 Tigers at their own 28-yard line. All Hortonville tonight. 2 touchdowns first quarter, 2 more in the second, 1 more early in the third. And that's all they've needed this evening. 3rd and 8 Tigers from their own 28-yard line. Bowman in the eye. Krieger fakes the handoff, back to pass, goes far sideline, caught by Braden Bowman, pushed out of bounds around the 33-yard line, about 2 yards short of the first down marker. About 5 yards on the pass play to Braden Bowman. 6th catch this year for Braden.
6 of 16 tonight for Ryan Krieger. He's been picked off twice as well.
Tigers will go for it on 4th and 2 at their own 33-yard line. From the I formation, handoff goes to Brant Bowman. 1st down and more. He goes head over heels as he dives across the line out to about the 37-yard line. But Brant gets the 1st down for Marshfield.
Brant with 48 yards now and 10 carries.
He is a season best, of course, 153 in that opener against Wausau East. At 47 against Rapids last week.
Yeah, he and his brother combined for, what, 400 yards
About
in that
that, yeah.
game?
That's quite a performance.
Rushing and receiving.
1st and 10 Tigers at their own 37, 6:20 left. Hortonville leads 35-0. Krieger to pass the football here. Again has time. Now steps up and throws across the middle and caught by McGrath at the 50. Cuts outside and taken down at the Hortonville 46-yard line. Nathan McGrath on the catch and run. 17 yards on that pass play. And a 1st down for Marshfield at the Hortonville 46-yard line. Hortonville primarily with reserves in the ballgame now on the defensive side. Tigers still playing their starters. Brant Bowman, Gadel, and McGrath all wide near side. Krieger in the pistol, takes the snap, fades to pass with time, steps up, throws near side, caught by Brant Bowman, and he's grabbed immediately and dropped on the 40-yard line. 6 yards for Brant on that pass play. Sets up a 2nd and 4 for Marshfield at the Hortonville 40-yard line.
Krieger getting much more time to throw now. He had a chance to look around quite a while back there, but again, he's facing primarily reserves from Hortonville at this point.
Wideouts on either side, I backfield. Fake handoff, Ryan rolls to the far sideline, stops, steps up, throws along the far sideline. It's caught out on the far sideline, and the ball carrier carries inside the 10-yard line. That was Zachary Schmidt. Zach Schmidt makes the catch, pulled down from behind around the Hortonville 10-yard line. And they'll mark Zach down on the 9-yard line. 31 yards on that pass play. And a 1st down for the Marshfield Tigers at the Hortonville 9, 4:40 left. Tigers trail 35-0. 1st and goal for Marshfield. I backfield here. Krieger hands the ball to Braden Bowman, straight ahead, pulled down near the 5-yard line. Braden runs for 4 on that play. 2nd and goal Tigers at the Hortonville 5. Tigers looking for their first score of the night. Marshfield was shut out earlier in the season, week 2, by DC Everest. And now the Tigers will take a timeout. Marshfield timeout, their first of the second half. 4:12 remaining in regulation time. Our score, Hortonville 35 and Marshfield nothing. The nice thing about this trip is, even though it's a long trip and a tough night, we get to ride back in that Gross Motors car of the game, that new Buick LaCrosse. 2017 LaCrosse has a maroon exterior, 8-speed automatic, and gets 29 miles per gallon highway, 20 miles per gallon in the city. You can check it out at grossauto.com or on the lot at Gross Motors, North Central Avenue in Marshfield. We stopped along the way here for the smelt run, and we're in Fremont, and man, that holds a lot of smelt in that Buick LaCrosse.
And yesterday it smelt. How do I say that?
Tigers line up at second and goal, Marshfield at the Hortonville 5. Krieger hands to Bowman. He gets hit and knocked down around the 4-yard line. Only 1 yard for Braden on that carry. Third and goal, Tigers at the Hortonville 4-yard line. Under 4 minutes left. Tigers looking for a score before this game comes to an end. McGrath near side, Gadel far side, Damrow and Braden Bowman in the eye. On third and goal from the 4. Krieger turns, rolls to the near sideline, stops and throws on the run in the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown by Zachary Schmidt. Schmidt with a touchdown catch, his first of the year, and the Tigers on the scoreboard, a 10-play, 75-yard scoring drive for Marshfield.
Good protection for Krieger. That time, however, rolling left, had some time to get the pass off, looked over his receivers in the end zone, finding Schmidt open for the score.
So the Tigers cracked the scoreboard for the first time this evening. Marshfield on the scoreboard with 3:36 remaining. Ryan Krieger on the touchdown pass, his 5th of the year. And Ryan now will try to kick the PAT. Colin Favorite, the holder. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. High enough and long enough. The kick is good. So the Tigers on the scoreboard for the first time this evening. 3:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our score, Hortonville 35 and the Marshfield Tigers 7. We'll come back to Hortonville for more football in just a moment.
Here's another Tooth Truth from Dental Clinic of Marshfield.
Do you feel anxious about dentists? Well, you're not alone. A lot of people feel anxiety about dental visits. Dental Clinic of Marshfield wants to help. Dental Clinic of Marshfield dentists will make your comfort a priority.
Dental Clinic of Marshfield. Dental care for life. Schedule an appointment today at any of their 3 offices in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neelsville. Learn more at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Ben Brecht is our producer this evening with Delia Kaitis. I'm Gene DeLacio. 3:35 remaining. Tigers now trail 35-7, so the run clock now is off. Mason Coffrin to kick off, and we'll see if there is an onside kick here. There are 10 Hortonville men within 5 yards of the 50-yard line. Elliot Luker back deep for Hortonville. Coffrin does kick it deep. Bounces around the 15 to Luker at the 12-yard line. He'll just take a knee and give himself up at the 15-yard line. Hortonville football on their own 15, 3.5 remaining. Hortonville leads 35-7.
I have Ryan Krieger now, Gene, with 129 yards passing in 20 attempts. He has been picked off twice tonight, has thrown a touchdown pass.
That would be his season best. He threw for 106 against Oshkosh West. 1st and 10 for Hortonville at their own 15-yard line. The freshman, Kyle Allen, stays in the ballgame at quarterback. Tailback is Jose Concepcion behind him. Allen gets himself set. And Concepcion straight ahead, and he gets hit hard and files forward for about a 4-yard gain. During our post-game report this evening, we'll talk about our collision of the game A service of Arts Body Shop in Marshfield. If you're involved in a collision, take that vehicle to Arts Body Shop at 1702 South Rhodes Avenue in Marshfield.
And I have a pretty good candidate for that tonight. Big hint, he's been all over the field. We've talked about him multiple times this evening.
2nd and 7 for Hortonville at their own 19-yard line. Allen will hand to Derek Schmidt back in the ballgame, a tailback, but he's going to go nowhere. Driven down by several Tiger defenders. A lot of guys in on that stop, and a lot of newcomers to the Tiger lineup in on that play. Alex Steins, principal tackler on that play, got some help as well, I believe, from Sam Mitchell. And Schmidt loses a yard on the carry. 3rd and 8 for Hortonville at their own 19-yard line with 1:50 remaining. Dawson Taylor comes into play, defensive back on the near side. See if Allen throws the ball here on 3rd and 8, taking his time. Takes the snap and hands off to Schmidt once again. He gets hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Again, several Tigers in on that stop. And the Tigers will get the football back with a minute or so to play. Loss of about 3 on the play. Ball's back at the 15, so 4th and 12 for Hortonville at their own 15. Braden Bowman back in deep safety for Marshfield inside the 50-yard line. Zach Hauser punting from his own 5-yard line. Hortonville rushing on some players late. 60 seconds remaining now. Hauser ready. Taking his time. And now a penalty flag goes down. Delay of game called on Hortonville.
Yeah, they'll take a delay of game here before they kick it.
That moves the ball back to the 13-yard line with 49 seconds left.
Well, looking ahead to next week, Gene, Stevens Point, I believe, is the next opponent. Is that correct?
Right. Yep.
At Wreaths. I had Wreaths. Boy, going back to my old Legion days all of a sudden. At Beal Stadium, of course. I was talking to Todd Schultz, one of my former Legion baseball players today, and thinking about that a little bit, some of the days at Wreaths.
Hauser now punting from the goal line, runs the near sideline, stops and kicks on the run. Up the near sideline, bounces across the 40-yard line to the 43 and stopped right there. Marshfield football on the Hortonville 43-yard line. And the clock's still rolling, although we do not have a 35-point spread. The clock is still moving. And the officials in no hurry to stop it. The Tigers will be coming out onto the field, but may not be able to run a play because the clock is winding down. And now the Tigers go back to the sideline, so they'll allow the clock to expire. And this game comes to an end, a convincing win for the Hortonville Polar Bears in this contest tonight. Our final score, Hortonville 35 and the Marshfield Tigers 7. We'll have a full recap on our postgame report coming up in just a moment.
Creative Paint and Decorating of Marshfield supports area athletes and wishes all teams good luck this season. See Creative Paint and Decorating for ideas on your next project. They specialize in window treatments, blinds, custom draperies, carpeting, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, vinyl, and laminates. And they have interior designers that can bring your room to life. Creative Paint is your locally owned complete paint store too, offering 30% off Benjamin Moore paints. Add some beautiful new colors to your home with help from Creative Paint and Decorating, 111 East 4th Street, Marshfield.
Your wedding anniversary, it's a special celebration, and a special celebration calls for nothing but the best. Premium Hefco roses. Hi, this is Liz from Hefco Floral Company, reminding you not to forget that special day and to make it memorable with beautiful long-stem fresh roses. Call 387-1129 today and order our premium Hefco roses. Hefco Floral Company, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturdays 8 till noon. Hefco's your florist. We help you celebrate your life.
What one person do you trust most? Your spouse? Your minister? Your doctor?
How about the guy that fixes my car?
Your auto mechanic?
Yeah, Scott and the guys at Jim's Auto in Marshfield. They look things over and tell me what's wrong, both serious and not so serious, so I know what needs fixing now and what can wait a bit. I get an honest, competitive estimate. And when I decide what to do, well, they stand behind their work, too. Real professionals. Jim's Auto in Marshfield, 710 East Depot Street, just off Peach, north of the tracks. If you can't trust your auto mechanic, who can you trust?
Marshfield Tigers fall to 2-4 this evening as they lose here at Hortonville by a final score of 35-7. Let's recap the scoring plays in this ball game. A service of United FCS Financial Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities throughout central Wisconsin. Marshfield got the football first tonight and moved out to near midfield, punted from there. Hortonville got the ball on their own 15 and drove the field. They went 85 yards in 11 plays and scored their first touchdown on a 36-yard scoring pass from Charlie Chabot to Grant Young. The PAT kick by Jay Bueller was good, and Hortonville led 7-0 with 4:52 remaining in the first quarter. Marshfield went 3 and out on their next possession, Hortonville taking over on the Tiger 49-yard line, and this time Hortonville scored in just five plays on a touchdown pass of 8 yards from Chabot to Young. Bueller again kicked the PAT, and Hortonville led 14-0 with 2:09 remaining in the first quarter. That was our score after the first period of play tonight. Hortonville did not score on their next possession, which began after a pass interception, but Marshfield then punted, Hortonville taking over on their own 33. They went 67 yards in 6 plays, and the Polar Bears scored once again on a third touchdown pass between Chabot and Young. This one a 2-yarder to cap a 6-play, 67-yard scoring drive. Bueller on the PAT kick, and Hortonville led 21-0 with 4:28 remaining in the second quarter. Hortonville again scored on their next possession following a pass interception by defensive back Braden Volofsky. That gave the ball to Hortonville on the Tiger 27-yard line, and Hortonville scored 2 plays later on a 27-yard touchdown pass between Chabot and his running back Elliot Luker. Again, the PAT kick was good by Bueller, and Hortonville led 28-0 with 1:55 remaining in the second quarter, and that was our score at the halftime break. Hortonville got the ball to start the third quarter and scored on just the second play from scrimmage. From the 30-yard line, Chabot threw a 70-yard sideline touchdown pass to Grant Young, the fourth time in this ball game that combination teamed up for a touchdown pass. Bueller kicked the PAT, and Hortonville grabbed a 35-0 lead with 11:05 remaining in the third quarter. That meant that most of the rest of the ball game was played under run clock. It stayed that way until Marshfield scored late in the fourth quarter. The Tigers, following a stoppage of Hortonville on downs at the Marshfield 25-yard line, the Tigers went 75 yards in 10 plays and scored their only touchdown tonight on a 4-yard scoring pass from Ryan Krieger to Zachary Schmidt.